Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. And as always, the industry of magic and miracles and hypersonic magic. It's always special to be here and to deliver what comes to me to deliver through many channels. The energy that's around us, within us, is massive at the moment. And we each are having our own front row seat to the fulfilling of the destiny of our life at whatever pace you've established for yourself. It is happening. I am running further and further into the future, and so are you. And we're all running our own race, motivated by our own desire within our own timeline. And the future that I see is incredible. And even though it's still coming, it's here. And I'm living there, and you're living in your future. So we all ride together, but we're not in the exact same place. And we support one another, enhance one another, lift each other over the fence. But we can only follow our own path and timing to what was created for ourselves to do. So cheers to you and everything that you are seeing for yourself. So I'm going to get right into what I'd like to share today. It's hard to see yourself in this human aspect as the multi-dimensional being of immense power that you truly are, that one that is sitting right behind your physical you and your twin in the outer reaches, along with your creator, conspire together to bring you through dimensions, to bring you through demonstrations of magic and miracles to the place where you can see who you truly are. We've been so negatively impacted by the physical, mental, and financial challenges in this physical plane that we've lost the knowing of ourselves as divine creators. Some have chosen to have these experiences, and for others, they are just on their path to their destiny. Either way, you are still and will always be that divine creator, a magnificent and majestic aspect of Source itself. In the midst of these challenges and during our moments of self-inquiry, we subtly admit that we aren't powerful and that only those masters like Jesus, Buddha, and Krishna had the power to live in this physical reality and still manifest perfection. But this is far from the truth. They simply remembered who they were. Know that you are the same and that you are constantly creating magic, miracles, and your own reality as that magnificent, powerful aspect of the Creator. You would say, how can I be like Jesus when I can't even pay my bills or heal my foot? Then out of nowhere, all of a sudden, some money appears and your foot stops hurting. You just turned water into wine. You are the same, and you will begin to realize that more and more each day. A child is born in preparation for something that has been set in motion for eons, each day going without notice that it was brought into the world to do something many years later, having agreed to what it will do at the appointed time and place, yet still having the sovereign free will to change its course and its destiny. There is nothing that they must do to prepare for their arrival into the physical plane. Once they arrive, the energy to support the abilities and the awareness that will be necessary and that will make them known along the way will be provided. It is beautiful in its design. Sorry, I lost my place. As the support comes from the outer reaches of the universe and the world of their creator, providing people who appear in this one's life at the perfect time, and providing the circumstances that will come into this one's life at the perfect time to allow them until they're ready to unconsciously build the muscle that will be required in order to complete what they came into the physical plane to complete. This is the story in the path of the master known as Yeshua Bar Joseph, Jesus. His preparation was 32 years in the making, and he delivered what he came to deliver and completed what he came to complete. Through great difficulties and challenges, he did what he came to do. There are many stories about the origin of his virgin birth, but in truth, he is no different than you or I, for none of us are truly from here. We are spirit, infinite, divine, and eternal, made flesh. We come with a purpose, no more or no less significant than his. What is placed in us is the blueprint of the deliverance and completion of that purpose. It is our destiny to achieve this, and only we, through our sovereign choice, can choose to reject it. So our life is a series of events and circumstances to prepare us for what we chose to come here and do. And whether it takes 32 years or 64 years depends on the timing of what has been planned all those many years before. The perfect storm of your preparation and the point in time in the required conditions on the planet for your service to be rendered to humanity. Everything in your life is leading to the fulfillment of that destiny. And once fulfilled, there will most certainly be more. A brand new framework. We've come to the place where we have entered into a brand new framework in our existence in the physical plane. And there is a natural sense of panic, and even our body is unsure of what is happening. The old way of being is disappearing, and we are operating in brand new territory. You could be having some unusual physical symptoms, things like heart palpitations or excessive vibrations in your body, as well as an unusual amount of fatigue. You may even be experiencing the feeling of complete disconnection from your normal feeling of being yourself, the way you normally operate, and the way you normally interact with the world in the physical plane. You may be getting more sensitive to sounds, sights, smells, textures, and tastes, and your body temperature may fluctuate like never before. This is all connected to the arrival of the new framework. When you are experiencing these things, you must immediately place the new framework outside of you instead of allowing it to be inside of you, which is what we normally do to bring most new things into our field and incorporate them into our being and our world. This framework is to function outside of you. And once you place it outside of you, you will immediately calm down and feel a peace that is contained inside the walls of this new framework. Simply see it outside of your body or move it outside of your body in whatever way feels right to you. What is a framework? It is an essential supporting structure of a building, vehicle, or object. With that in mind, you can imagine the immensity of what we are going through. The old framework that was here to support the old you is collapsing as the new framework is being rolled in to support the new you. What I am talking about is the framework that has existed to allow you to operate as a human. The way you walk, talk, think, see, feel, hear, taste, touch, and even breathe was supported by the original framework. So your mind and your body and your senses are without their normal structure and container, and you have a feeling of being lost, out of place, and out of sync with yourself. It is the speed, the high frequency of the vibration of this new framework that you are feeling inside of your body. And as that vibration and framework moves outside of your body and creates a structure and a container to support you, its vibration will take you into a new world of magic and miracles that is beyond belief. And of course, contained within this new framework is the safety, security, and well-being that you have always desired. As you move the new framework outside of your body and mind, it will become the new container and structure of the new you. And you will begin to experience all the new ways of doing everything that has come along with the new framework. This is no small feat and no small adjustment. It is a giant transformation into a completely different way of operating. It's like someone saying, starting tomorrow, we're all going to start walking backwards and breathing out of our hands. Something that we have never done before and something we could have never imagined that we would do. It would be like waking up in another country that spoke a different language and used a completely different currency. And they drove on the other side of the road. And oh, by the way, the men would be women and the women would be men. This is how unbelievable and unimaginable this change is going to be on humanity and the human entity. As we begin to settle into the presence of the new framework, we will begin to experience life in a completely new way. There are no specific details at this moment, but I can tell you that you will become a new version of your human aspect with a different body, one that operates completely different than your current body does. Just see that what I am saying is true, and you will begin to change in the blink of an eye. As the veil between the physical world and the spiritual world will virtually disappear for those who can feel the presence of the new framework. Holy shit, this is actually happening. We can already feel it, and there is no way to stop it. Once again, the old framework will still exist for those that choose to stay in the old world and operate as their old selves. And as with all choices, there is never any judgment, for all are sovereign and all are an aspect of source, a facet of the one diamond. It is the place from which you have come and the place of which you will return. Now feel the new framework descend upon you and form an impenetrable structure around your being and feel the presence of the new world all around you. Feel your body begin to heal itself and change into the perfection that was a part of its original design. And feel the clarity of who you are, why you came here, and how it all works. And let that awareness permeate the new sovereign you. As you gain more ability to receive, more will be transmitted to you. For each one is always on their own personal timeline for what they have chosen to receive. Have a look in the mirror and see the new you glowing as it welcomes itself into the new world. Watch all your old thoughts, worries, doubts, and fears dissolve back into the illusion from which they have come. We have remained on the planet long enough to see this day arrive. It is the grandest of days and the grandest of moments to be here as we cross over into the new framework, downloaded with all the updated software to bring about a completely new being. Every moment of every lifetime that you have ever lived has led you to this day. And every moment from this day forward will lead you to something new, for there is always more. Once there were computers that took up an entire room within a building, and then one day there appeared this tiny desktop computer called the Apple computer. The world was aghast with the arrival of something so new, something so perfect, something that was never seen before. Mouths hung wide open in amazement as this tiny, shiny new toy replaced a gigantic but antiquated machine and the bulky framework that was needed to support it. If you can remember that feeling, or if you can simply imagine that feeling at this moment, you will have a small inkling of the magnitude of this moment and this feeling of the arrival of the new framework to support the new shining one that is you. For this moment is infinitely more momentous and beyond comparison, for the old framework and the old you are being replaced by the new framework and the new you. A new human, a new humanity, a new human entity. What could possibly compare? Congratulations to us all. We made it here. So now let us raise a glass and celebrate the arrival of the first day of the rest of our lives. Cheers to the masters. Cheers to the angels. Cheers to the entities that have always supported us. Cheers to our friends like Simeon. Cheers to those that have crossed over to the other side, and to those that have yet to come into the physical plane. Cheers to you. Cheers to your Creator, and cheers to us all. Destiny fulfilled. You are the divine one. You have remembered. You have remembered. And now you will know. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, people, when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But now, from way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you. Unbelievable sights, indescribable feelings, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. 100,000 things to see. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. I can't go back to where I used to be. A whole new world with new horizons to pursue. I'll chase them anywhere. There's time to spare. Let me share this whole new world with you. A whole new world. That's where we'll be. A thrilling chase, a wondrous place for you and for me. That's what's here. It's under the framework where the vibration is in a brand new world, in a whole different dimension. Problems. I never even mention a problem. It's incredible. And that's where we are. And that's what's available for every person. It's beyond a perfect life and perfect health and a magic future. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new way to be. And it's here for you. Cheers. Thank you for listening and joining me. I am David.